Hey, welcome to this new video. Like and comment what video I should do next. Now let's get into it. In this alternate version of Naruto's story, Naruto is adopted by Danzo Shimura, who raises him as a powerful weapon for Konoha. Under Danzo's manipulative guidance, Naruto's path takes a much darker, more intense turn. Danzo's experiments, including the implantation of Hashirama's cells and eventually a Sharingan, make Naruto a prodigious shinobi capable of rare techniques. However, as Naruto grows, he begins to see through Danzo's schemes, leading to a turning point where he ultimately rebels against his guardian. Without Kurama sealed inside him, Naruto's journey focuses on his mastery of his unique abilities, the development of his own willpower, and his eventual escape from Danzo's influence. Early years under Danzo's influence. When Naruto is still very young, Danzo adopts him, intending to raise him as a weapon and a loyal asset for the future of Konoha. Danzo sees Naruto's potential and decides to enhance it, instilling within him a disciplined and cold demeanor and limiting his exposure to emotions or friendships. From a young age, Naruto is trained in extreme secrecy within the confines of Root, Danzo's covert faction. To increase Naruto's power, Danzo implants Hashirama cells into him, granting Naruto the rare ability of wood release, Mokuton. The process is painful, but Naruto survives due to his strong Uzumaki vitality. Danzo uses strict training regimens to shape Naruto into a weapon, drilling him in everything from ninjutsu and taijutsu to assassination techniques. Naruto's experience in Root instills him with discipline, sharp instincts, and a sense of detachment that shapes his early character. As he masters wood release, Naruto becomes a true prodigy in Danzo's eyes, capable of manipulating nature itself and creating powerful wooden structures and bindings. Danzo's experiments with Hashirama cells also help enhance Naruto's chakra reserves, giving him incredible stamina and resilience. Gaining the Sharingan when Naruto reaches his early teens, Danzo decides to push Naruto's power further. Using an available Sharingan, Danzo implants it into Naruto's eye, believing that it will make him unstoppable. At first, Naruto struggles with the new implant, as the Sharingan is an Uchiha ability not intended for Uzumaki physiology. But as time passes, his body gradually adapts, and he learns to activate and control the Sharingan during combat. With the Sharingan, Naruto becomes highly proficient in copying techniques and reading enemy movements, making him nearly unbeatable in battle. His strategic ability develops quickly, and he gains a deep understanding of his Sharingan's powers, eventually progressing to the Mangekyo Sharingan after experiencing the trauma of seeing his few allies hurt or betrayed under Danzo's orders. As he advances, he begins to unlock unique abilities through his Sharingan, such as a powerful Genjutsu and enhanced perception, which make him a ruthless and efficient fighter. Over time, Naruto's Mangekyo Sharingan will evolve, and he will eventually unlock the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan through Danzo's continued influence and the forced evolution of his Sharingan abilities. Learning the wind element and Sage Mode in addition to his unique abilities, Naruto also receives training in elemental manipulation, particularly wind release. He excels with wind-based techniques, developing attacks that are razor-sharp and highly destructive. His signature move becomes a wind-based version of the Chakra Blade, which he can extend with intense wind chakra to create a deadly sword-like projection. Despite Danzo's attempts to restrict Naruto's learning, Naruto eventually discovers the Sage Mode of the Snake Sage by coming across information about Ryuchi Cave in his training. During a mission, he manages to find the location of the Snake Sage and learns to enter Sage Mode, amplifying his abilities to an unimaginable level. His senses, strength, and speed reach superhuman levels, making him incredibly formidable. With Sage Mode, Naruto's wood release techniques become even more powerful, and his chakra control reaches new heights. By combining wood release, wind release, and the heightened senses and strength of Sage Mode, Naruto becomes a force of nature, mastering techniques that surpass many of Konoha's elite. Realization and rebellion. As he matures, Naruto begins to question Danzo's methods and the secrets that surround him. He becomes aware of Danzo's manipulations, the dark side of Root, and the morally ambiguous actions taken in the name of Konoha's protection. Naruto realizes that he has been used and weaponized rather than cared for, causing a shift in his loyalties and a desire for freedom from Danzo's control. Naruto's latent compassion and empathy begin to emerge, challenging the cold, ruthless mindset that Danzo instilled in him. Over time, he develops a strong sense of justice and a desire to protect others on his terms, rather than as a puppet of Root. His growing independence worries Danzo, who attempts to restrain Naruto by issuing harsher orders and even threatening those close to him. When Naruto finally discovers the full extent of Danzo's manipulation and his plans for Konoha, he decides to rebel. During a climactic confrontation, Naruto fights his way through Root operatives to confront Danzo himself. This battle showcases Naruto's full mastery of his powers, his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, Wind Release, Wood Release, and Sage Mode. Despite Danzo's own combat prowess and his arsenal of stolen Sharingan, Naruto's strength overwhelms him. In the final confrontation, Naruto utilizes his Sharingan's abilities and his wood-based techniques to restrain Danzo, nullifying his escape attempts. As a symbolic act of liberation, Naruto defeats Danzo, severing the bond of manipulation that had controlled his life. Life after Root. A new path as a true shinobi with Danzo's death, Naruto is finally free to live on his terms. Leaving behind Root's secrecy and darkness, Naruto joins Konoha as an independent shinobi, determined to use his power to protect the village, but not at the cost of his morals. His experiences make him a complex figure, cold and calculated in battle, yet driven by a newfound compassion and loyalty to those he cares about. Naruto's presence as a shinobi with advanced powers, unparalleled strategic ability, and a legacy of overcoming manipulation establishes him as one of Konoha's greatest assets. He chooses to use his strength and his mastery of multiple abilities to uphold justice and defend the village with his own ideals. Naruto's life becomes a story of redemption and self-determination, overcoming his dark past with Danzo and emerging as a powerful and respected shinobi who carves his path while maintaining his core beliefs. Without Kurama's power but possessing an array of unique abilities, Naruto embodies a new era of strength and resilience, a symbol of what it truly means to be a shinobi unbound by manipulation.